What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's spectacular setup. As you can see, we have a really unusual setup right here, and also what I shall say is that this is actually the first live stream that I've did or we have done in our new studio. As you can see, very well, nice decorated walls and very professionally done, garage box, so to speak, right? So enjoy. So what can you expect this live stream? Well, you can expect that I will go through what kind of setup this is, how does it work, how will everything move, so the Playseat part. I will also go through, of course, how can you set up such a setup, the triple monitor setup, and how this is also doable at home. And of course, how is this all powered? It's all powered by our Trident X, so all the info about this later in the live stream. And of course, not to mention, we're going to test it out. Well, actually, I already cheated because I already tested this. So later, I'll really dive into the gameplay to show you guys, and try to, tell you what kind of experience this is. And trust me, it's really exciting. So that's later in the live stream. And of course, always, whenever you're watching our live stream, you can expect there is a giveaway. Well, today there's not a Steam wallet code giveaway, but the actual game that I'm going to play later, which is the WRC World Rally Championships game. So WRC 8, if you go to the link right here, register and perform a few actions. The more actions you perform, the more chance that you will have at winning one of these game codes. So more of these game codes will be given away during this live stream. If you didn't win on the first try, don't worry, there's still more to come. And if you have already registered at the first try, you don't have to register again for the third, and so on and so forth. You'll be still in the pool of drawings. So no worries there. And guys, good luck. Go to the link. If this link here doesn't work for you, just go to the chat. The chat will be kept by our Mike is actually right behind there. So Mike will be keeping track of the chat. Also, I'll be keeping track of the chat too, and we'll have a bot that will reply to you every, I think, 8 minutes to give you the link to the giveaway. So good luck. And my name is Josh as usual, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. So let's get started. All right, so before I get into everything, there is a really nice little video that I want to show you to kick off the live stream with, to tell you, explain how we actually got to this idea. All right, so let me get the video up right now. So this was actually a collaboration between us and Red Bull. So we invited together with Red Bull the professional rally driver, Thierry Neuville. If you're into rally, you should know this name because he's really one of the biggest names out there. And the professional sim racing girl. And they were pitted against each other to see, actually they were just having fun, of course, because that's what it comes down to, right? Just having fun. But of course, being a simulator professional gamer versus the real life version of where the game is, really meant for, or well, based on. That was really the whole fun of this little video. And well, after we saw this video, and we were kind of just like, hey, how about we just get everything into our studio ourselves and try to have some fun and also show you guys while we're having fun, so that you can also enjoy this kind of content. So that's why, and trust me, it wasn't easy to get this whole setup into our studio because, well, we don't have an elevator to go up to the first floor. So that's really sort of the handicap that we had when we were trying to get this set up in our studio. But here you see the entire setup. Right, so we have the Playseat. So this is actually the Playseat Sensation Pro. Really happy that we can get this right here, so we can use this for this live stream. And this actually belongs to their Playseat Simulator series. And actually, we have someone from Playseat themselves in the chat. So if you guys have any difficult questions that I'm not able to answer, that person will actually answer that question for you. So if you have any creative or difficult question, just post them in the chat, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And I see a lot of the usual suspects are in the chat, so great that you guys joined already. And again, all right, let's continue. So we tested a lot of stuff when we got this right here, because of course to us this was also something new. It was not something that we were dealing with on an everyday basis. We had a lot of fun testing all this kind of stuff, and must say we learned a lot while we were testing it. So I'm trying to do a live stream with this and have some fun. Of course, I'm not the expert on this issue, so I'll try to have as much fun with you guys while I'm doing this. All right, so the entire setup. Well, you can see, let's just start at the bottom. At the bottom, you can see there's like a sort of like a box, a long box looking like something. Well, this is actually where all the cables and all the devices hidden from your view, that's where they're being hidden. So this actually comes with a speaker set too. So underneath there's also a subwoofer. And we have hidden a lot of the power cables and, you know, the extension cables for USB and etc. etc. And so right in this box there's like a big mess that you don't want to see. So it's really good that this actually came along with this entire setup. Now just a general information, which is, well, a general information regarding this whole setup is that this is actually a quite a unique setup that you don't really see every day, because this is kind of like custom made setup. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, if you're there. Customized setup that they, well, Playseat will give out to a company, will sell to companies, so that they can also use this for events and stuff like that. So it's really much more customized than that you might have been used to, or that you have seen a lot on maybe on the websites or in the stores. Usually when they're just simply coming with this part and without the box, right? So here you can also see our logos, really like in the collaboration effort right here. Okay, so in the box there's a lot of stuff hidden, and also this made moving this entire setup a lot easier, because there are actually wheels underneath it. So that saved us a lot of trouble until we came across the stairs. So a lot of nice colleagues helped us to get this upstairs, so really great for that. Really great that that happened. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to keep track of the chat, so if you have any questions, just ask them there. If I miss your question, apologize. I'm trying to keep it. I'll try to look at it as often as I can. Okay, so that's like the box part. So of course here you can see there's also a very professionally done seat, which actually kind of resembles like a real racing chair, and you can actually just like in a real car, you can shift it like back and forward, so you can adjust to your own length very easily. So that's really nice. Since I'm not that big, for me, you know, it was nice for me to be able to move forward to adjust the length to my own body. So I see someone from Playseat is actually there, just answering the questions, and so he also read my heard my question, so he reinforced it. All right. So that's for the seating part. The seating part is actually also being covered by cushions, which you can take off, so you can reposition them if you don't like certain kind of positions. I think which is also quite nice, you know, for you to be able to customize this the way you want it to suit your body, or, you know, the position that you would like better. And of course, if we move forward, moving upward, you can see there's also the steering wheel. Well, the steering wheel is actually very multifunctional, and actually, just a little bit later, I'll also show you how you can set this all up. It's very easy, because you need to download software and stuff like that. But before that, you can see that the entire cage is actually running from here all the way up to here, like underneath the monitor. So this is all to support the entire monitor and the steering wheel setup. And you can actually, well, I'm not going to do this now because I have everything like lined up here, my keyboard and mouse and stuff like that. You can actually, here's like a handle, you can put on the handle, you can adjust the height. So a lot of the stuff that you see right here, they're very customizable. So you don't have to worry about that part. And behind the monitor, there's actually a swivel arm to support all three monitors. So on the outer layers, so the two monitors on the outer sides, left and right, you can, for example, move them and swivel them so you can match the viewing angle the way you want it. And in the middle, you can also swivel them, just tilt them up and down. Right now, we have already created, well, for me personally, a really nice setup that I really enjoy looking at and using, because I already tried this for like a few days. I mean, I can be a total noob when I'm trying to get into the game WRC8 later, right? So I had to do some practicing, and I must say it was really, really difficult to get used to this kind of setup. But when you're actually sitting in this kind of setup, I must say it is very motivating and rewarding for you to be able to even just, practice, because of this, this kind of immersion and how you're actually just sort of living like this kind of a simulation of being in a real racing car, but actually you're just sitting at home. So yeah, that's the cage part. If we then move forward to down there, actually, there's also something which I don't think you can see very clearly, but it's right here, the pedals. So the pedals and the steering wheel, they're actually well, a set. So when you're installing them, the software will also recognize them as a set and just set them up automatically, which is very easy. And okay, let me just sit in there to explain this a bit better. Oh, there goes the mouse. So this steering wheel actually has a really nice force feedback. So what does this mean? It means that the steering wheel will actually mimic how it's like to like drive a real car. So for example, you can imagine when you're driving a real car, you're steering your wheels, and if your wheels are not really, like, if they're being blocked or if you're hitting something, you notice that the steering wheel is not really turning as smoothly or it's not turning as it should be, right? And this will actually also provide vibration feedback and just generally imitating how the road situation is. So if the road is like very bumpy, you will notice that the steering wheel is also being very, it's not just vibrating only, but it's actually doing more than just that. So the entire force feedback is really just trying to mimic like the real life situation, since, well, that's the whole point of this kind of setup, right? So that you can really just enjoy, or kind of try to enjoy, how it's like to be in this kind of real life situation. So instead of crashing a real rally car in this situation, you can just crash a simulation car, which is a lot better. So this is actually the Logitech set, and they are multi-purpose. And when you're actually in the game, you can also just use this steering wheel instead of your mouse and keyboard and you can still you're still able to do everything. So you can go left and right, you can go back and choose and confirm everything that you'll be able to do with a mouse and keyboard. You can do with this kind of steering wheel. So once you're in the game, you don't need your mouse and keyboard anymore. So that is really nice. And let me just yeah, so a lot of people are actually chatting right now. So yeah, hey guys, hey Jalmer, hi. Oh, Eric is actually also in the chat. So guys, just excuse me if I haven't paid attention to the chat in a while, because it's not easy to do a lot of stuff at the same time. So I haven't taken a look at the chat for quite a few minutes now, I think. Let me just see if you guys had any questions for me. And I see my colleagues are also helping in the chat, so that's very nice. Thank you. Oh no, I won't break the headset, trust me. This bad boy right here is still quite new, so Peter will kill me if I break his headset. So I will not do that, definitely. All right, so you guys are having fun in the chat, good. So back to the steering wheel. So like I said, it actually provides a lot of force feedback, but not that much that, when someone young is trying to play the game, that he or she will hurt himself, because the feedback is so much. So it's really well balanced. So that's what I really like about it. And it's well, it's actually stronger than the regular models, but still very well balanced. And okay, so the triple monitor setup. Well, before I get into that, so let me just show you the software demo that I was talking about. So if you have like set up this little set, the steering wheel and the pedals, you have to go to Logitech's website in order to download their gaming software. So I've already done that, so I'm not going to show you how to install the software. I mean, if you're able to join this live stream, you should be able to do that. So if you have installed their gaming software, it will look like this. So you have the steering wheel, it will recognize this, and it will also recognize the pedal since they're set. And hi Simone. And yeah, if you want to adjust like the steering wheel, just click on the steering wheel so you can see this one as already clicked, well, chosen, and then you will see there are a lot of buttons, right? Because this is good to know, because sometimes in games they just use like, well, for example, if you go to the game settings, you go to controls, it will say that button 7 is, for example, brake, but you will have no idea what button 7 means. So then you go back to this overview, you will see, okay, so button 7 is actually being well, assigned to this little blue R2. So I believe you can see this right here. If we switch it up to the another view, then you can see on the steering wheel right here, we'll have a little R2. So this way you can see for yourself, okay, so this is 7, this is 6, this is 12. So this is really nice. Of course, you can also customize this all. And generally, I don't customize this kind of stuff since I'm just getting into it. What this software is really also, well, what it does really well is also just here you'll be able to, for example, import and export profiles and stuff like that. And right now, I've already like added a profile which is road racing, stuff like that, just to show you guys as an example of what you can do here. So here you can add even more titles. And then you can even, well, that will make sure that the implementation of the game recognizing, well, the game will recognize, you know, your setup better. So sometimes it happens that some games will not recognize your setup. There you might want to, you know, reinstall some software or drivers and stuff like that. But this will make sure that will be more fluent, that process. So here, for example, the steering wheel, I didn't notice, and actually Mike told me about this earlier. Well, you can adjust what kind of, well, here you can adjust like how sensitive it is, and also if you go to more settings right here, you can also adjust like how many rounds the wheel will actually be able to turn. So I believe by default it was set to 900. So degrees, so now I turn it back to like 720 degrees, so it can make 2 full rounds left and right. So of course, if you have this kind of, if you're interested in this kind of setup, you will have to find out for yourself whatever you like best. I mean, I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to be turning my wheel like 3 rounds around in order to make a U-turn or something like that. So, you know, I'll just put this to less, like 2 rounds max is already what I can, you know, the max what I can accept. So this software is really easy, but it's needed for you to be able to implement your setup in-game so that the game will recognize your setup. So the same case, of course, if you want to change the pedals, here you can edit the pedal settings. So just like in a real car, you have the clutch, you have the brake, and you have the accelerator, of course. All the way down. The accelerator needs to be all the way down all the time. That's how we should drive, right? No brake. I mean, this thing in the middle, we don't notice, right? No idea what this is. I guess a lot of American drivers will also not really be familiar with this kind of little pedal right here, because since most of them don't use this in their cars. But yeah, so that's the software. It's really easy and intuitive. So if you have the setup, you really gotta make sure to download this software, not just to be able to know what is, you know, what kind of button is what kind of button. You'll be able to implement your setup much better in the game, so you'll be recognized. So that's is the setup. Okay. yeah, so I see the friend from Playseat is really busy in the chat answering questions. Really good to see. All right, seems like no questions so far. Oh, there is actually a question. Do you really like the steering wheel setup? So Nasir asks if I really like the steering wheel setup. I must say that the first time that I used it, it was really weird, but not weird in a bad way, but weird as in you're not used to this kind of setup. Well, at least I'm not, because I don't have this kind of setup at home or something like that, or I don't work with this kind of setup. So for me, the first time was really weird, because I had to get used to it, because you know, many of you that drive a car will know that when you drive a car and suddenly you're driving something else that feels like totally different but still familiar, it will feel really weird. So for me, it was weird to drive it, but after have driven like a few rounds inside in the game, I really started to like it. But I think that's also in combination with this entire setup. So it's not just the wheel and the pedal. It's really, you know, the triple monitor curve setup with a racing chair right here. But the wheel itself and the pedals, they feel really nice. They have nice feedback. They're very comfortable in my hand. They turn really well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's not to like about the steering wheel setup. So yeah, they react also, well, they react very well too. All right. Oh, someone said nice hair. I mean, someone who appreciates it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Peter was making fun of my hair because he said that I had a fight with, how do you call the thing in English, Mike? Yeah, a lawnmower. Yeah, right. So you can imagine Peter is very nice in the office. But thank you. But okay, let's continue. So yeah, the triple monitor setup. So I told you that back in this cage, this cage setup is like an arm that can swivel around. So that's where the triple monitor setup is being mounted to. So this entire setup with the triple monitor setup from Playseat is actually kind of unique, because they usually don't do it. So this entire setup is really one of the few with, you know, this kind of triple monitor setup. So we get to enjoy this. So that's really nice. We appreciate that. So the monitors, on the back of the monitors, they're being mounted on the swivel arms with the VESA mount, so the standard mount. So you just have to align the holes and screw in the screws, and you're set. And after that, you just have to adjust the positions to the way you want it. So whether, you know, you need to tilt it a bit more or swivel a bit more left and right. So that's all up to you, how you want to set up this kind of stuff. But they're very easy to set up, and well, if you want to take them off, just unscrew it and fold the arms, and voila, you're done. So that's for the monitors. But actually, the monitors themselves, right now I actually have 3 of our MPG 27Cs lined up right here. So right now they're in our highest tier performance gaming monitors, so our MPG series. All of them are 27 inches. So in this kind of setups, it's also very important for you to remember that you have to use the exact same models for this kind of setup. So not just like randomly pick up any monitor and just align them and try to use it. Trust me, you will have a really bad day if you try to do that. So yeah, we have 3 MPG 27Cs right here. They are full HD. There's also the CQ version, which is the quad HD version, but right now we have chosen the full HD version because, well, since I'm sitting from the monitor away, well, quite a bit, I don't really need to see the quad HD. I can still enjoy full HD just as well, but something else is also, it'll be easier to run a triple 1080p setups than triple 40p quad HD setups, because that's going to be really heavy on your GPU. Of course, you can then turn on the settings, but then you might as well take the 1080p monitors. But if you're considering this kind of setups at home, I can recommend you to get 3 1440p monitors, because when you're gaming, you don't have to necessarily play at 10 or 1440p. So you can still set settings to, for example, 1080p. So you still have the option to play on 3 1080ps, because that's easier to handle for your hardware. And whenever you do want to use, for example, 1440p, say on the main monitor, you still have the option to just use the main monitor as 1440p, or enjoy a cinematic movie, you know, with all the monitors set to 1440p. So no issues there. You just have to think for yourself, you know, what do you really prefer. But yeah, so the triple monitor right here. So the MPT-27Cs. You can see from this view. Yeah, I'm actually pointing here, but you have no idea what I'm pointing at, of course, so my bad. You can see that in one of the camera angles, there are a lot of the LG LED strips in front of the monitor. So for those of you who are not familiar with our monitors, in our MPG series, all the monitors have the SteelSeries GameSense LED strips in front. So this is also our Mystic Light RGB enabled strips. And with this, you can actually reflect in-game events. For example, if we're playing CSGO, you can translate, you know, when you're getting shot at, to that one bar is going to blink orange or something like that. And when you're low on HP, that the second bar is going to be red. And if your ammo is depleted, the middle one will be flashing yellow, something like that. It's because you can customize everything yourself, so that doesn't matter. So the LED bars in the front, they have a purpose, so a practical purpose besides being illumination. They also have in-game translations as to events, what's happening inside the game. So of course, if you're interested, you can well, look it up in details. But all of these monitors will also be 144 Hz when it comes to refresh rate, with 1 ms response time, VA panel. So if you're interested in this kind of information, now you know. If you have more information, well, if you want more information regarding the monitors you're seeing right here, just ask them in the chat. I'll try to get to them as best as I can if I don't miss them. Oh, I see Hussein asked, does it come with seatbelt to feel more real? Actually, this one that we gotten don't come with seatbelt, so I'm sure the friend at Playseat can tell you which ones maybe do come with seatbelts. Oh, actually, it's already been answered. All right, sorry for wasting your time. I see there are more questions. Okay. Oh, actually, someone on Twitch. Okay, guys, sorry, I forgot to mention this, but Playseat is only in our YouTube chat. So if you're watching on another platform and you're asking this, he or she will not be able to answer your question. So I just recommend you to go to YouTube. So go to YouTube and just type in the title of this live stream, and you will find it on YouTube. Or if you're too lazy to type the title, just type MSI Gaming or MSI Insider, and you will still land on this live stream. So there, if you have questions you want to ask, you can then ask in the chat. So in case, you know, I miss your question in, for example, Twitch, I cannot relay this question to Playseat in YouTube, and then he'll get back the answer to me, and I have to read it, and then I have to, you know, tell you the answer. It's a long process, and I'm multitasking right now, so I'm probably gonna miss it. So just recommend you to go to YouTube, drop there in the chat, drop in on the chat, and well, your question will get answered. If it's Playseat related, of course.
Yeah, you know what time it is?
Oh, I kind of get a hint that Mike is trying to tell me it's time to pick the first winner for WRC8, the game we're going to play later. So, all right, Mike. So Mike is drawing the first winner, and I hope you guys participated. And if you haven't, I recommend you to just go to this little link right here, msi.com/2/insider, and register if you haven't registered already, because if you have for the first round, you don't have to register again for the second round. And if the link right here doesn't work for you, just go to the chat, because we have a reply bot in the chat. They will tell you the link every 8 minutes or so. So good luck, guys. And seems like we have our first winner, which is Jones Wong. Actually quite easy. I was making it more difficult than it was, because I was expecting a really difficult name. But Jones, congratulations. I hope you're going to enjoy the game. For all of you that who are wondering when you're gonna get it, I'm probably gonna send it like in the coming 2 days. I'm pretty sure I'm going to send it in the coming 2 days, so you can expect it in the coming 2 days. All right, Jones, have fun. And the rest of you who just joined, go to the link, register. You might be the next winner. And the guys that have already registered for the first round, you're still in the drawing pool, so don't worry. You'll still have a chance at the second, third, or maybe even more chances. All right, so we have our first winner. Let's continue. I'm surprised that nobody have already urged me to play the game, because usually when we have this kind of live stream, when we're like halfway through it, everybody's just like, play the damn game. But good to see you guys are patient. All right, so where were we? Right, so the monitors. All right, so what's really important to know is that with such a setup, 3 monitors being curved, especially being curved. So instead of having like flat ones, having hard break corners, you will actually have a more natural curvature, like the way that your eye is actually, well, it mimics your eye's natural field of view. So the corners will actually come towards your eyes instead of having stretched out hard corners that feels very unnatural. So this also is more, let's say, more comfortable for your eyes, and also it's so much more immersive, because it's just like staring into the real world. But now the monitors will actually really come into you, even the sides. So that's you know, the curvature's benefit. And especially when you have 3 of them lined up like this, it's especially immersive. And trust me, the first 3 times I tried this game, I really felt like, wow. When I was breaking, it even felt like the chair was like kind of moving, but of course the chair wasn't moving. It's just that the whole setup, you know, the screens, they're playing kind of like a mind game with your mind. Like, your mind is being tricked into thinking that this is more or less reality if you don't think about it. So it's just like a natural reaction. So actually the first time I really felt it like this with racing games, because I never played you know, in this kind of setups before. So that was really surprising, a really pleasant surprise. Really like that part. So the curvature is really important right here. And in order to set it up, see any more questions? Yeah, so Captain's asking, when will the second winner be announced? Well, I can't tell you pinpoint when exactly. I guess when we feel like it, right, Mike? Exactly. So when we feel like it, we'll announce the second winner. All right. I'm just trying to see if I missed any questions. Yeah, so Rusty said, when I won Division 2, I got it the next day. I think that was Peter's live stream, so thank Peter for that. Oh, actually, I see that our friend from Playseat also joined Twitch. Wow, that's a nice little service for you guys. All right, thanks, Tom. So, all right, disregard what I just told you about joining YouTube. Well, you still can, but you now also have help on Twitch. Well, for those of you who are watching on Twitter, Mixer, you know, Periscope and stuff like that, you can still join our YouTube chat, because the same story will still stand, unless Tom is going to join all 5 platforms, but I doubt that, because that's really difficult to handle. So spare him some time, guys. If you have questions, go to our YouTube channel. All right, so back to the setup. All right, so when you have lined up the monitors and you want to actually set it up and use it, well, you might be thinking, easy, right? You just plug in the cable and that's it. Well, that's only half of the work, right? So after you have plugged in the cables, let me just show you what you actually have to do in order to set it up. So depending on if you're using NVIDIA or AMD, you're going to have to perform different maneuvers. So for example, we're on the Trident X, and inside there is the RTX 2080 Ti. So that's NVIDIA. So we need to go to the NVIDIA driver. So we go to the control panel, and then we have to set up NVIDIA Surround. So where is the control panel? Here. So you have to go to configure surround physics, so right under 3D settings, and here you can see that if you plugged everything in properly, they will line up, well, they will show up right here. So here you can see we have the 3 MPG-27Cs lined up, and then you will have to go to configure this. So you have to span display with surround, you have to check that obviously, and then go to configure. Well, then you're going to see that this will pop up. Well, 99% of the time this will pop up unless you have absolutely nothing open on your desktop, but I doubt that. So you just have to go to, well, close every one of them by clicking on Control Alt Delete, and then go to, for example, well, let me just show you. So go to Task Manager, and then go to Details, and just try to see whatever is lined up here, because they'll be the exact same in details. You just have to look them up and just end them right there. I'm not going to do this right now because this will really mess up the setup that I've already done. So I'm just trying to tell you the steps that you have to go through in order to set up the triple monitors as one single display. So instead of just your desktop, extending one display to 2 more displays, you now well, the desktop will now see this as one display. So that's also what you have to have if you want to have like this kind of ultra triple monitor wide setup to play games as one display. But also it's going to be a lot nicer when you try to watch movies and stuff like that too. So you just have to go to continue after you have closed every program that's listed in here. Continue, then you'll see a new window pop up, which you have to it's very simple. It will tell you exactly, okay, where the monitor is and what kind of setup you want. So you want to select 3 monitors to set it up as one. You just drag the monitors and then click on OK, and it's done. So it's a really simple step. So even though I can't show you right now, you can still very easily do it. So as long as you know you have to go to here, everything will work out. But of course, if you have AMD, you have to set up AMD Infinity. So I can't really show you right now, but of course, if you want to do this, there's tons of tutorials online, very easy, kind of similar processes as to this, but of course AMD's driver and control panel looks completely different, but it's the same context, the same thoughts behind them. It's just instead of NVIDIA Surround, it's called AMD Infinity. So that's how you need to set it up. And then after you have set it up like that, you can then, voila, go to the game and you can enjoy the game. And you will be displayed as one single, one single display. So that's how you will set up the monitor. Right. So good that you guys keep the chat going. So Rusty is asking, what is the chair, by the way? I'm not sure what you mean with that, Rusty, so might want to elaborate on what you mean with what is the chair. Do you mean like what type of chair this is, or which model? And is this very CPU intensive? So with this, I guess you mean to set up the triple monitor setup? Well, this is mainly GPU bound, so don't worry about that part. And if I didn't understand your question correctly, just correct me. All right, is there something else? I see Macaroni46 actually had experience with the Playseat Evolution Alcantara. So good to see you having some experience, because you obviously have more experience than me. All right, something else. So Simone is saying, point me to a 27-inch monitor. I would like to get some advice. Okay, so depending on Okay, first let's try with, okay, what kind of resolution would you like to game on? Like nowadays, you know, it's more that 1440p Quad HD is becoming the new trend. Games are more optimized for these kind of details. You can enjoy it more, especially if you're playing on like 27 inches or even bigger. You know, Quad HD it's just going to give you so much more details on a bigger screen real estate. So first of all, you got to ask yourself, are you a 1080p player or are you a 1440p player? But nowadays, if I just have to recommend a general direction, I will say go for 1440p. You'll be future-proof and you can enjoy all the latest titles with the biggest, the nicest details. So then, if you go for like 27-inch and Quad HD, if you really want to go all out, you can go to like really high-tier monitors. But if you're more on the budget, or if you just want great gaming features and still have great display, you can just check out all of our MAG 27 series, so either 27 or 27.1 series. So for example, MAG 271, so 27-inch, and then CQR is, for example, the curved Quad HD RGB version. So you can check out that model. It's very popular and well received, and it's generally just a very well all-around performer. Well, if you don't really care about RGB, you can go for example, the CQ version, which is the same model but then without the RGB. And well, if you don't want to if you want to skip the curved, that's also possible. You can then go for the non-C version. So still the same title but without the C in there. So it really depends on, you know, what kind of gamer you are. But generally nowadays, you know, curved monitors is really taking over the market. So if you want to, you know, be more immersed with your gaming, really just recommend you to try out curved. All right, so I think there are more questions. Let me see, guys. So someone is asking, what is my division on MSI? Well, we are actually the product marketing team. So there's that. And you're also asking, Suri is also asking, how much did this entire setup cost? Well, this is not a question that I can really accurately answer for you. So I'm hoping that someone, a friend from Playseat can answer. So I'll leave that to him. Something else. Oh, IMBox is also here, of course. Hi, IMBox. Haven't said hello to you, I believe. All right, finally, there's someone saying still not driving. Remember what I mentioned earlier that people usually really urge us to get into the gameplay. Almost there, just a bit more patience. And you can see me crash into every single wall at every single turn, okay? Just a bit more patience. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Okay. So we have this triple monitor setup, right? And they're all 1080p. But even then, so vertically, you still have the 1080p, and horizontally, you instead of 1920, you will have like 3 times 1920. So now you will end up at 5760. So right now we're actually playing at a 5760 by 1080 pixels. So that, as you can imagine, that's really big, right? So that's also what I meant earlier when I said that you need to consider what kind of resolution you want to play this kind of setup with, because it's going to be really GPU intensive. So right now we're playing at 5760 by 1080p. So in order to play this kind of setup, you of course need a lot of horsepower in your GPU. So that's why we're also playing this on our Trident X, our little power monster, being powered by Intel's i7 and 9700K, but there's also another model which is an i9 9900K. But for this situation, this is more than enough to power the RTX 2080 Ti for 3 times the 1080p displays. So really have to keep in mind that it's not just, you know, you get three monitors, you can then enjoy the game, you know, at the highest details, but you also need to consider what kind of desktop is going to power this kind of setup, right? All right, so we are going to use the Trident X. So, okay, let me just get out for a moment because I believe not everyone is aware of the Trident X. So, and if you are unfamiliar with the Trident X, it's this right here. So, on the front you can see there are RGB enable LEDs right in front, which is our Mystic Light, and on the side there's a well, a door which is like made of tempered glass, and here there's a see-through with a dust filter for the CPU cooler. Inside you can see it's very quite well organized. If you want to upgrade, it's very easy. So even though if you compare this with my arm, it's just like at half arm length, it's very small. You can still upgrade everything very easily. Well, not everything, because if you want to upgrade a CPU, there's a lot of digging for you to do, okay? So, but for example here, you can very easily access your 2.5-inch SSDs. You can just unscrew them and you can replace or upgrade your drives. And here we have the custom-made CPU cooler, which is also RGB or Mystic Light enabled. And let me try to show you the other side. We have a lot of cables connected, so I can't really be that mobile, but I hope you can see something. Well, on the other side, there's the GPU and our power supply. So I can't really turn this all the way, but on that side too, it's the same story, because our Trident X is very easily upgradable, very easily upgraded. So on the other side, if you open the panel, you have very easy access to the GPU, which is like right here, but then on the other side, that's where you have to access it. All right, so that's our Trident X. Just giving you guys a heads up, because now you're aware of what's powering up this entire setup when I game later. If you have any questions regarding the monitors or the Trident X, just drop them in the chat and I'll get to them if I don't miss them. Okay, so another one is also saying, hey, let's get started. Yeah, exactly. So Hippie is saying like not actually a car, but yet it's still treated like a car. Exactly. That's like the whole point, because this is more like meant as a simulation, right? So that's why this whole Playseat setup also belongs in their Playseat simulator series. So correct me if I'm wrong. So this is really trying to simulate and reflect on how real life or reality will work in this kind of situations. So I'm sure in the future stuff will get even crazier than this. I'm sure right now there already are stuff like this that's even crazier, but trust me, if you're sitting in this kind of setup and you're playing a racing game, you're gonna get blown away. Okay. All right, so if you guys are wondering about, you know, what kind of detail specs the Trident X has, don't worry, Mike will put the spec card right on the screen, so you can also just judge for yourself. Okay, so that's what's up. All right. Let's see if there's any questions. Well, Mr. Savage is back. Oh boy, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a long time, Mike. Savage is back.
That's not Savage.
Huh? Really? Oh yeah, I misread that. Awkward. Okay, so it seems like there's no more questions for now. Okay, guys, seems like we're finally going to get into the game. All right, but I'm not going to dive right into it, because right before that I actually have a really nice little video to give you a really good idea of what this game is all about. So let's enjoy this little short movie for now, because the WRC8 is really being well received, because we do know that in the past, you know, there were some opinion differences regarding I think 5 or 6, but there were like a lot of and tons of improvements, and 8 was really hitting the spot. If you try to try to look this online, you can also see the opinion from others. The mechanics, you know, how the game feels, it's really smooth, and the details in the game, and you know, all the weather conditions, as you can see here, they are really amazing, and the game overall just feels a lot more realistic and more responsive. So generally just a lot of improvement. So, but that's also what I noticed when I was testing this game out. So this game already now been out for like a bit more than a month, and I was really happy and lucky to be able to play this game with this kind of setup. So if you guys want to get this kind of setups at home, of course that's also possible. You just have to go to Playseat and see, you know, what fits you best. And so let's get into the game, huh? So the game itself, if you were wondering, okay, how heavy or how GPU and CPU intensive is this game? Well, it's really hard. Actually, I tried a lot to find like a big overview, you know, of every GPU being tested right now, and it was really hard to find this because I think this was still quite relatively new. But I did find like quite a few, let's say, mainstream GPUs. From there on, you can just speculate for yourself what the performance kind of is. So if you have, like, for example, a 1660, which is quite a nice new and mainstream GPU, this game is actually not that GPU intensive. Even though everything looks really nice and detailed and realistic, this is still kind of like an esport title, and there are a lot of rally esporters out there playing this. So the frames are quite good. So with a 1660, if you're playing like full HD, everything maxed out, you can still get quite close to like around 90-ish FPS. So if you tune the settings a little bit here and there with vegetation, for example, or field distance or texture, you can get even more frames out of this. Now on the AMD side, if you have, for example, like an RTX 580, which is still quite popular, a lot of people have, it's still performing very well with 1080p, everything maxed out. You'll still be able to enjoy 75-ish FPS. So you can imagine if you plan on upgrading to like an the newer ones like the 57 XT or 5700 XT or 5700, that's going to perform a lot better. Even the same story with the RTX cards. So with the RTX 2080 Ti, for example, if you go to the the extreme end, on 1080p, everything maxed out, you can get like around almost 200 FPS. But of course, with a triple monitor, that's a different story, okay? And so we're trying to stream this, and our streaming technology, so the NDI, well, it kind of limits us as to how we can, how much we can really stream. So the quality, we really had to tune down on the FPS. So if we didn't put a cap on it, you guys wouldn't have a good time watching the stream because it will be kind of stuttering. So we didn't put up the FPS counter on this because it's already been capped at 60. So, but that's why I'm telling you, with this kind of setup, normally if you have like single monitor 1080p, you'll be able to get like almost 200 FPS with 2080 Ti. And all the mainstream GPUs that I just mentioned, like 1660, 1660 Ti, will get 90 and 100 plus FPS, and RX 580 will get 75-ish. So all the cards better than this will also get a lot more, obviously, right? So this is the kind of performance that you can expect from WRC8, which is quite a good FPS. It gives a really good FPS for such a new title, and just how detailed and how realistic everything looks. So that's really good on their end. Okay, so before getting into the gameplay, I just want to try to show you, what kind of settings can you expect. So right now I'm not using a mouse and keyboard, right? So I told you in the beginning, once you have set up your steering wheel and pedal setup, you don't need your keyboard and mouse anymore inside the game. So right here, I can just use steering wheel for everything that I want to do, right? So just left and right, and go to the settings. I can just go to here, so video, just to show you guys. So here right now, we're playing, like I said, 5760 by 1080p, so three monitors. Still having the same vertical pixels 1080p at capped at 60 Hz, so 60 FPS refresh rate. And if we go to the graphics side, we actually, let me turn this back because I was testing before, so I tried all these kind of different settings, but we can easily handle everything maxed out. So even though some stuff says like here medium, that's actually the highest that it will go. So a little bit confusing, but oh, I see it's back to high, very high. Okay, yes. So that's for the graphics side. I've turned everything to max now. Not really detailed, so compared to a lot of the modern titles, for example, the FPS games out there, you know, there's tons and tons of settings to go through for you to change, adapt. But here they have really laid out all the, well, very easily. Texture, lighting, shadow, visibility, distance, vegetation density, terrain, and crowd, water. So very simple to understand. And so very intuitive, not much to say here. So that's for the graphics part. Now we have everything maxed out. Okay, let's see if there's some questions in the chat. I guess not for now. Okay, so Cameron asked if GTX 1080 will suffice. Well, I will say definitely, but you will have to play around with your settings a bit. So I can't say for sure that with a triple monitor setup you can play everything maxed out at 1080p and still get like really nice frames. So it also depends on, of course, how many frames do you want to get out of this setup. So generally, if you want to have a smooth gaming experience, 60 FPS, more than enough. Well, of course, the more that you can get out of this, the smoother the gameplay will become, right? But generally with a 1080, you wouldn't have problem with this kind of setup to play it. Okay, so someone is also getting impatient regarding the giveaway. Well, maybe we'll do it, maybe not. Give me a second to think about it. I see there's also something else. No, I guess that's it for now. All right, so Mike, what do you think? Is it time for another giveaway?
I think we can do another one.
All right, you guys have to think whatever his username was. I forgot to take a look at it. But yeah, I got urged that it's time to do another giveaway. So Mike, who is the next winner of the giveaway? Seems like we have a winner. Another easy name. Wow, today's my lucky day. Javo. Javo. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy the game. Well, anyone else? If you have just joined and you don't know about the giveaway, well, we're actually giving away the game WRC 8, which I'm showing you right now. I'm going to play later. You can win one of the game codes still. If you register right now, go to the link msi.com/2/insider, perform a few actions, and voila, you're set. And again, those that are already registered, don't worry, you're still in the pool, so you still have chances coming up, okay? All right. So yeah, so that's for the settings part. Let me then get into the game itself, all right? So I'm going to set myself up so you guys know about all of the basics right now. And if you still have any questions, of course, always just ask them in the chat. I'll try to get to it. So let me just first of all show you how the game looks like in the general well, home view. So here you have like the last activity. So I think this is a nice little function which, if you don't want to go to the other sites every time you join the game, you can just, if you always say play a quick game, you can just always click on last activity and it will just perform the same. And here you have challenges that you can do. Well, for those diehards that are really into this game, I obviously don't have that much time, so I didn't really get into the challenge myself. But I think it's nice there's a little challenge. I mean, nowadays inside a lot of games there's the challenge function, so you can always challenge yourself if the gaming mode gets boring. So I'm pretty sure you can also win stuff when you finish the challenges. So you've got a game, try it out. There's also the news part, but when you click this, you will actually open the browser, which will lead to their website to get you the latest news regarding this game. And the driver's card is actually the part where it will show. This is an interesting part. I haven't really seen this kind of setup, well, for the nickname part in any games. So you can choose, you know, whether you're a man, woman, boy, girl, gentleman, anonymous, if you're a rally fan, if you're a beginner. And this will also show up on your driver's card, so to speak. So here you can also go to your badges and view your stats. So a lot of the stats here, they will accumulate the more you play this game, of course. And whenever you're viewing, for example, the leaderboard, you can also check the players' driver cards, so you can see, you know, what kind of stats they have. So here we have in the second screen we have solo. So on the next, you can expect multiplayer competition, right? So in the solo part, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stuff that you can do. So first you can play the career mode. So this is more like the campaign mode for those of you that are not familiar with gaming racing games. So you can think of this as like the campaign mode in most of the FPS games and stuff like that. So of course I haven't tried this yet, so nothing to show here because I've mainly been practicing, so I don't really embarrass myself too much during the gameplay. All right, guys. So that's the career mode. Yeah, so D2, D4 is asking WRC8 via World Rally Championship, correct? That is what this is. Alright, so far so good. Okay, so the next one's quick play. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be quite popular and everyone's just gonna pop in the game and do like a quick play. Whenever you do a quick play, you will actually be able to choose, you know, what kind of rally you want to do. This is actually very representative of like the real life rallies that are being held, you know, with the course, on the official namings and stuff like that. So it will actually be as if you're driving the rallies yourself, at least if you're sitting in this kind of setup. So you can choose what kind of rally you want, and then you can choose, you know, which route. And after that, you know, you have the choice of choosing what kind of rally car do you want. So I believe this one is being highlighted, the Hyundai i20 WRC. You see this everywhere in their visuals. But of course, this is also reflecting of the real life cars. So all the cars you see here, if you're a fan of a specific team, so all these rally professionals that you see underneath here, they are also real life people. So they're not just made up characters. If you're fans of someone, you know, you can just mimic their entire setup, car, how they ride. After that, well, it's time to play the game. But I'm not going to do this right now, but I'm just trying to show you guys how this works, because before I embarrass myself, I'm going to practice just a few rounds in the training field and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get out of here real quick. So name is Rain. Oh, name is Rain. I see what you did there, huh? So he's asking, for the triple monitor, how does the GPU handle the game? Does it stutter? Well, if this is a general question, then it depends on what kind of GPU you have, of course. If that GPU is powerful enough to handle a triple monitor setup. So right now we're using the Trident X, which has the RTX 2080 Ti in there. So for for this bad boy, this kind of setup is really no problem at all. Because with everything maxed out, I was still able to get out like 120 plus FPS. So 3 1080p monitors, max those settings. But you're not gonna see this right now because, well, like I said, due to streaming limitations, stuttering like that, we were able, well, because the streaming will become, what you're watching right now will become stuttering. That's why we had to limit it to 60 FPS. But of course, depending on what kind of GPU you have to figure out for yourself, you know, is this able to handle the triple monitor setup? But usually, if you tune down the settings and you play on 1080p, you should be able to handle it even with like a 1660 Ti, but it really depends on your setting and how many FPS do you want to get out of it. That's all up to you. So you have to find the optimal setting, the sweet spot for this. Someone's asking, where is he reading the comments from? Well, I have a magical little device right there, which you can see, which I'm reading the chats from. All right, so I'm watching you. All right, so let me not bore you guys anymore with all these settings and overlays and stuff like that. So let me just go to the training part. Okay, well, so here you have the competition. I haven't shown you this, but it's kind of the same layout with the previous screen. So here you have the function to go just online with multiplayer. You can join lobbies, create lobbies, and join other games, a quick game, or you can just go to the Rally Deutschland, which is a separate one. With the course, you can join the events. This is also being held here, so very competitive right here in this screen. Or you can even play split screen with a friend. Of course, here you have the leaderboard where you can check out all the players. Like I said here, you can also check the cards. So the for example, check the driver card. So this, it's very nice, I think, if you want to check out, what are the habits of other players you want to improve. So, all right, let me just go for the first round, check out a training area. All right. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. Looks really badass. And since Thierry is kind of the only professional rally player that I know of that's really popular also, I'm just gonna go for this team, right? It's finally here, guys. The gameplay. Are you ready? Do you guys have faith in me? Oh, come on, I did practice like 2 days, so I can't perform that badly, okay? But you never know. So, what I do think is very difficult is playing this game, because this really requires like 100% of your focus, and still be able to talk to you guys. Like, I wish my multitasking skills were that good, but I'm gonna expect that I'm gonna have a lot of problems with this game while I'm trying to communicate with you guys, okay? So if I crash into a wall, you know why. It's not because of my lack of skills, okay? Shut up, Mike. So far so good, right? I'm getting warmed up. So, like I said before, it's you really have to feel this yourself, but the steering wheel really feels like you're steering a real car. It has this feedback force that will make the steering wheel a little bit stiff, like when you're turning corners, because there's a lot of G-force on the wheel. So that's what you will also experience in real life if you're turning a car at such a high speed. It vibrates, and if you're riding on an elevated area, you will also feel like the wheels, they're being relieved of pressure. So the steering wheel will also feel very lightly when you turn it. And you guys are probably wondering, this noob is not even shifting. Trust me when I tell you, if you haven't played this game like a lot of the times or really often, you're not going to be able to take all the corners, attack the time. Shit, see. And really try to get something out of this game, well, you have to shift, okay? That's just not possible, I'm telling you, unless you're just one of those hidden talents that are just really good at this kind of games. I tried it, it was a total disaster. I see, I haven't even gotten browns yet in the training course. That's not good. Don't worry guys, I'm not going to drive on this course like throughout the entire live stream. I'm just trying to warm up, so after this round I'll try another course to warm up, and then I can show you some real badass crashings. Okay, last round. What do you think? Can Can I get browns at least? You know, it's so easy to just over or understeer your car. It's unbelievable. But I guess that's also what makes it real. Really? Not even third place? Okay, obviously there's also well, many different kind of point of views, right? So as you are used to if you play racing games. But since we're sitting in this kind of setup, it's the most realistic if we are playing in this kind of window view, because you know the steering wheel is right here where it's supposed to be, and the monitors, they're acting like, well, your field of view, your window, left and right, front. So this one is what I preferred when I'm playing this game. But just to give you guys an idea of how the game looks like from other angles, well, this is how it looks like. Okay. So I'm just doing some stuff. And let me tell you, it's really not easy to drive another point of view if you're used to like one of the point of views. So I'm sure any of you who have played racing games have experience with this. So let me just change to another course. In the meanwhile, let's see if you have any questions. Hello, hello, hello. Looks good, I'm ready. Well, somebody asking is, can Mike play? Well, who knows? Maybe he can, maybe he can. And actually I was also thinking maybe next time when we have another opportunity to play in a setup like this, we can play Formula 1s. Because Mike and Eric, they are crazy Formula 1 fans. Maybe we can then play some Formula 1 games. Oh, Mike is saying he doesn't want to make me look bad. I don't think that's possible with this kind of hairstyle. Sorry, Mike. I'm just kidding, but I know what you mean, okay? Silver this time for sure. Joe, I appreciate your trust. I'm sorry, okay? It was just warming up. I haven't touched this thing for like a whole day, okay? So give me a break. So now I'm gonna go for silver. What should I go for? So just try out some different kind of maneuvers with different kind of areas. Okay, this one looks pretty difficult. Let's attack this one. Let's go, Thierry. Watch the footwork, guys. Someone is asking how big is the monitor or the monitors. Well, they're each 27 inches. And the spawns, it's saying, I think you must reduce the wheel angle to 540 to make it more easy and more WRC realistic. Well, had I known that I could tune this from day one, I would have done that and practiced with that. But since I've practiced with this kind of setup, I cannot just turn back to 540 degrees anymore, because it just feels so much more different, because I practice with 720 degrees. So for now, I cannot turn back anymore. I'm sorry. Oh, let me adjust. All right. So any rally fans out there? This is a really shitty turn. I didn't touch a wall. Now this is what I mean when the ground is like elevated. It's so hard to go over it with like even slightly close to 100 miles an hour, because whenever you land, you're just gonna lose control of the car. So I guess very realistic. No! There goes the first one. If I'm like really getting serious, I'll probably be like quiet for like 15 minutes or something. Then I'm really focused. Mario Kart is so much simpler, guys. Whew. Second one. Okay, my arms are getting loose. Ooh, that was a big one. And I really would recommend you guys, if you play like with such a setup, to play the entire day and then right after that go drive your real car, because you're not gonna have a good time. I noticed that like yesterday. Nothing happened, but still it felt really weird. Okay. I think I'm confident enough that I can handle some on-the-record games. Somebody asking, what are we giving away? Yes, so the game that I'm playing right now, WRC8, that's what we're giving away right now. There's still chances for you to win. Okay, okay, no questions for now, I guess. Let's go. So let's try something else now. Test area. So another great feature about this game is that, so I mentioned like how realistic it is, right? So you actually have like tons of opportunities to mimic real life situations and environments. So for example here, you can try out what the game looks like when it's like dawn or noon, evening, night. Let's try like evening. And then with dynamic weather or not, so then it will be like AI based, so you would change and really just regulate the weather itself. But you can also choose for whatever weather it is that you like. So threatening is probably going to be a lot of thunders and stuff like that. I haven't tried it out yet. Well, actually, let's try it out. Threatening, how it looks like. So confirm, choose your car in your team. And let's see what's awaiting us. Okay. So behind the wheels there are actually two pedals, just like in the real rally car. Well, it might look a little bit different, but the same context. So here, that's what you shift with. So it's like still in semi-manual modus, semi-automatic. So I can shift back, but it will do this automatically in the first place. So that's a lot easier whenever you're trying to focus. So. the flare getting into your car looks really nice. Could you guys hear that? Because my steering wheel, because when I was crashing into the tree on purpose, the steering wheel was really giving me feedback. It's like the throttling back and forth, just like kind of how it might feel in real life. Not that I've had such an accident before, but I imagine that's how it might feel like steering wheel wise. Every little movement matters when you're driving at like such a high speed. The timing of your brake, the steering, it's just so freaking hard. Like the faster you go, the more out of control the car will become. Logically, but it's just so extreme. Like I can't imagine like how it really feels like for the real life professional rally drivers, for them to like crush through corners like at like 150 miles per hour and stuff like that. It's crazy. They got balls of steel. Balls of steel. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost spent. So I'm still trying to get used to the car a little bit before I get into some real gameplays. So I think it's time to get into one. All right, guys. Haha, the game looks really bad. Nice one. Oh, Joe Brown actually had a tree hit his car. Well, I can't imagine that's totally not your fault. Probably had a few beers to drink. Okay, let's try some quick play. I believe this mode will actually register your previous round, so whenever you're trying to replay this round, you can see your own goals right in front of you, and you will also get the leaderboard of, say, specific track that you've chosen. What shall we go for? Say this one. Let's go for this one. Let's see how bad I'm gonna perform. Now something else that really bums me is that whenever I watch these kind of races is that people standing like besides the racing tracks, like the road, they also have like balls of steel. Because we all know how this kind of rally cars can crash into the wherever.
30 flat left and left 3 medium.
So now I actually have like my co-driver giving me warnings as to how I should handle all the corners and giving me warnings beforehand.
Into left 4, open. Into right 3, don't cut. Narrows into left 5. Flat left. And keep middle over crest. And danger.
I mean, taking all the corners is easy, but taking the corners
Right 3.
at a high speed, that's really what makes this game so formidable.
Right 3, open.
I can't seem to catch that ghost.
Into left 5, off camber. And left 5 tightens into right 4.
Oh no. I'm gonna spin. Oh no, got it.
Left 4, into flat right, tightens 3, short. Into left 2, and right 3, keep in. And left 2, into flat right, over crest.
I guess I've at least taken over the
Short, 30.
ghost.
And right 4, keep in, and left 3, keep out.
No, 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 no.
And flat left into flat right.
No, 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 no.
Into Kingston Crest.
No! Oh shit. Oh shit. Nobody saw that, okay? If you crash and get upside down in game, what will happen in real life? Well, I guess a lot of puking will happen in real life. Focus!
30 flat left and left 3 medium. Don't cut. And flat right into jump over crest. And right 4 narrows, tightens, short, small cut. And right 4 into left 4 short, into right 3. Into left 4, open. Into right 3, don't cut. Narrows into left 5. And flat left. And keep middle over crest.
So far, so good.
And danger, crest.
I just
into
jinxed
left
it.
4. And right 3. Into crest, into left 3, open. And right 3, open, short, over crest. Into left 5, off camber. And left 5 tightens into right 4, narrows, don't cut, 30. Left 4, into flat right, tightens 3, short. Into left 2, and right 3, keep in. And left 2, into flat right,
Got
over
this, I
crest.
got this, I got this.
Into right 3, tightens, short, 30.
It definitely feels a lot more difficult knowing there are people watching me, waiting for me to crash.
And flat left, into flat right. Into Kingston Crest, 200. Big jump, 50. Flat right over crest, 30, left 3. Into flat left and caution, right 3, don't cut. Into brake, square left at junction. For crest, bumpy, into left 5 long, tightens 30.
Come on. No, 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 no.
Right 1 at junction, cut.
No. Ah. Yeah, but the same to the ghost.
And right 5 short, into left 3 tightens. And left 6 short, 30. Caution, hard brake for crest into square right, don't cut, and flat left, keep middle over crest, 100. And bump into right 6, keep into left 5.
What do you think, guys? Am I still gonna catch up to the ghost?
And crest into right 4. Left 4 short. And right 4 short and crest into left 5, tightens. And left 5 into left 5, short, open, bumpy. Into left 3. And right 4, tighten short. Into flat left, tighten.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Ha ha ha! He crashed!
Right 6, small cut, over crest, into flat left. And keep middle for jump, over crest, into left 6, 50, bumpy, into hard brake,
Oh, no.
3, tightens.
What is happening?
And right 5, 50. And right 6, short, 80, bumpy. right over crest. Tighten 6, 100 for finish.
I think I at least beat the ghost, right? Oh wow. Look at this, Mike. I had a 9-second penalty and I'm still like on the leaderboard 11th in the world. It could have been worse, guys. Could have been worse. Let's check out losers. Wasn't that bad, guys, right? I mean, quite a few bad turns, but all in all, if I didn't have like that 9-second penalty, I would be sitting on the 8th place, top 10. Motion sickness. Well, I haven't noticed anything personally. I must say I haven't really heard people complaining about motion sickness in such a setup. So I guess unless you're really sensitive to this kind of stuff, you might be suspectable. Let's see if anything else. Exactly. Gotta listen to the navigator. It's actually quite helpful. Okay, let's try something new. How long did it actually take? Not that long, I think. It's just really, the more patience you have, the better you turn at corners, but usually I have the gas pedal all the way down, so it's gonna make it really hard. Let's see what else is there in quick play. And then we might be able to go to some competitive. Okay guys, let's vote. Where do you want to see? Monte Carlo, Sweden, Mexico, France, Argentina, we just had this, Portugal, Italy, Finland, Germany, Turkey, Wales, Spain, Australia. Let's see what you guys want to see. The map with the most votes obviously will get the pick. In the meanwhile, I'll just pretend I'm driving. Mike, clip that crash. Mike, how about no? Screw you, Mike. All right, I guess the votes are coming in. We have a vote for Indonesia. Wait, I don't believe I've mentioned Indonesia. So, no, there is no Indonesia. Okay, guys, no votes. All right, we have one for Sweden, we have one for Wales. So, Sweden versus Wales right now.
Maybe you encounter a moose in Sweden.
Well, Prima, you voted twice. That's kind of cheating, right? One vote. We have two votes for Australia. Someone is asking what's in the Twitter feed. My guess is this is the one you're watching, or will do the giveaways on Twitch. Actually, we're keeping track of Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all the platforms. So it doesn't matter if you're on Twitter or Twitch. But we usually just recommend you to go to YouTube. That works the best for us. Well, I guess it's going to be Australia. That's the only map with 2 votes. All right, guys, let's go. Kangaroos it is. Which one looks the simplest? definitely not going for this one because we'll still be sitting here tomorrow because I have to restart after every crash. Okay, let's try some easy ones. Okay, let's go for this one. Baker's Creek. Baker's Creek, yeah. All right, guys, what do you think? Where I'm gonna place? Top 10 or top 15? The winner would get a code of the game. I'm just kidding. But you'll get recognition for your good guess. DJ Phil 007. Yes, I am watching wherever you are right now, which is Twitch. Let's go.
Right 5 short into left 4. And caution, right 4, open off camber long, 80. Flat left over crest, 40. Left 3, keep in, and right 5. Right 4 into crest, 30. Caution, hard brake for square left into kinks. Into left 3, tightens, 30. Into right 3, very long open.
No, come on.
Left 5 over crest into right 4, bumpy. Right 4 short into left 3, short, don't cut, 60. Right 4 open and right 3 short, don't cut into left 5, short.
Oof, that was a close one.
Into flat left over crest, into right 5, into left 5, short. Into right 6 tightens and left 6. Right 4 long, keep in. Into square left, don't cut for right 6, tightens, 40. Caution, hard brake for left 2, short open over tarmac and right 3 long, tightens. Into hairpin left over gravel, 80.
That could have been smoother.
Keep in, into right 4. Left 3, open over crest. Into right 1, open. Caution, brake into left 4, into square right, open.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Left 3, open into flat right, 50.
Why are there so many corners?
Right 5 into left 5, short over jump, 50. Left 5, 200. Left 6, 30. Flat right over crest, 40. Right 3 over crest and flat left. Flat right into left 4, medium, don't cut. Into right 5, short over
Okay,
crest,
come on,
120.
focus. Focus.
Right 5 and left 4, over crest, open, 30.
Focus.
Left 3, open. Into right 3,
That was a nice
over
corner.
bridge, 30.
Oh boy, oh boy! Ah, come on, I was so close to the finish, Mike.
Too bad.
Okay. No matter what happens this try,
Right 5 short into left.
focus.
And caution, right 4, open off camber long, 80. Flat left over crest, 40. Left 3, keep in, and right 5. Right 4 into crest, 30. Caution, hard brake for square left into kinks. Into left 3, tightens, 30. Into right right 3, very long open. Left 5 over crest into right 4.
I know why it's so difficult now. I forgot my driver's gloves.
Right 4 short into left 3, short, don't cut, 60. Right 4 open and right 3 short, don't
Yes.
cut into left 5, short.
Driving in Australia.
Yes, finally.
Into flat left over crest, into right 5, into left 5, short.
Ooh, I haven't seen
Right
any
6 tightens and
kangaroos
left 6.
yet. That's weird. I guess this is fake.
Right 4 long, keep in.
Nah.
Into square left, don't cut for right 6, tightens, 40.
No, sometimes we are focusing so hard you don't even hear what your
Brake for
co-driver
left,
is saying.
Open over tarmac and right 3 long, tightens. Into hairpin left over gravel, 80. And crest into left 3, keep in.
Halfway
into
there.
Right 4. Left 3, open over crest. Into right 1, open. Caution, brake into left 4, into square right, open. Left 3, open into flat right, 50. Right 5 into left 5, short over jump, 50. Left 5, 200.
It's so tricky, man. Whenever you wanna speed up, you just lose control of the car because some part of the road is elevated
Right 3 over crest and flat
or
left.
are elevated.
Flat right into left 4.
So you get tempted into just push the gas pedal all the way down,
Right
but
5 short over crest,
then
120.
you'll regret it right away.
Right 5 and left 4 over crest open, 30. Left 3 open. Into right 3 long over bridge, 30.
Oh, it's the bridge! It's the bridge!
Left 3 open, 50, bumpy. Right 6 short into jump. Left 5 short and right 5 short, narrows, 40. Into right 5 short and left 5 medium, 30. Right 3 long, bumpy. Into left 3 for finish.
No crash, guys! 340. Ooh, exactly 10th. Okay, who guessed what? 3.5. So 1 second faster, I would have been 9th. Okay. I guess this is first time playing. Well, Alan, it's not my first time playing this game. I actually had like 2 days to practice this. But I didn't practice, of course, 2 full days, but I had like here in the afternoon and here in the afternoon in which I was able to practice the game. I didn't want to be a total noob, you know, when I was playing this, so I know you guys might have wanted to see that, but not this time. What is the cam on the chair? Well, this is just a point of view for you guys to see the setup with me also using the steering wheel. So, surface to you guys, okay? What else is there? So many cameras. Yeah, I mean, we really had to try out everything in order to provide you guys with, you know, all the point of views that are, well, essential. It's kind of like we're directing like a real gaming, well, racing program, you know, TV show with all the camera angles.
What's with the camera?
It's really like we're directing a real life racing TV show.
This is even better.
Yeah, exactly. This is even better. Yes, I do read the chat. So, Schoolery, you might have noticed. I do read the chat. Oh, so Alan, he plays it too. Some corners oversteer and too much brake. I know, right? This is really what's so hard about this kind of rally games. You really have to nail down all the details. Okay, so I guess that's the single player quick games. So the first, I believe I was top 15, right, Mike? First time, and now I'm top 10.
Getting better, getting better.
Getting better indeed. So what shall I go for? Competitive or another solo?
Competitive.
Competitive, huh? Alright, let's see how this noob stacks up against the pros out there. Let's go for a quick game. So, lobby visit. Wait, I pressed create lobby, right? No. Quick game. Damage effects, medium, category, all, stage assault, tire choice, hardcover. So. Okay. Let's join. How do I join? Okay, I joined. But it says spectator. No, everyone is leaving me. Why? Well, this might not go as smoothly as I planned. Maybe try another one. Since people are not joining me. It's the same guy. So he just left me and then joined another lobby, which is nice. Are you seeing this, Mike? I'm getting kicked.
Behave better.
You see, it's exactly what I said. He was in the lobby and then he left, and then I joined another lobby. He was there and then I got kicked. Okay, the message is clear. Well, I like the Tokyo Drift in this game, but unfortunately I do not have Tokyo in here, nor do I possess the drifting skills. Oh, Alan, of course not. We're all having fun here, man. No worries, buddy. But please, it's already, it's again this guy. He's gonna kick me again. Find lobby, maybe. Let's see which lobbies are out there. It's again this guy. Okay. I guess competitive right now is not going to work out, guys. I think I'm just gonna do another time attack. Well, maybe try something else. Let's see what else could be interesting. Let's see. Well, we can do Deutschland. So I actually haven't tried this out yet, but I guess. Let's see. Not really sure what this is going to be about. So if Alan, you actually know about this, you can explain. Mike, you're getting schooled. Oh no, you corrected yourself. I'm proud of you. Start stage. All right, what is this about?
Flat left, short, widens, 150.
Actually, this is a lot better than the Australia one because the visibility here is just so much better. Oh, oof. That was a close one. That was the wrong braking moment.
Hairpin left, don't cut. Into flat right and flat left, 50. Right 4, short and left 6.
Obviously,
right
Red
5,
Bull is a
30.
sponsor here, as you can see in the game.
Right 3 and
All
right
the
4
Red
into
Bull
left
signs.
4, cut 30. Hairpin right, don't cut, 40. Flat left, short into right
Oh,
5.
that's a big corner.
Into left 5, keep it.
Sometimes you gotta hug the wall. They're
Right
lonely,
5 tightens for left 5, medium.
like now. It's really
right
This is
5
really
over
tight
left
track.
4 short 50. Junction right 3 short small cut over crest 80. Left 4 tightens and right 5 short 50. Left 5 open into right 5. Left 5 break into kinks. Into right 4 cut into hairpin left. Crest into kinks, brake for hairpin right, definitely don't cut.
I might just want to give up on this track. Yeah, extremely tough. All the tight corners and the tight road. I mean, I haven't checked out this Deutschland track, so I'm not sure what this one is about. But I do know I don't like that track. Let's try one more time if this is gonna work.
Yeah, do we have enough codes to do another giveaway?
Oh, you bet. Man, Mike's really into this today.
We need more winners.
Alright guys, while we're looking for the game, I guess might as well give another game away. Hey, we have another lobby, guys. Nice. Let's hope I don't get kicked again. Okay? Oh, it's actually gonna start. So who's the next winner, guys? The next winner is I Steal Socks. Good for you, you steal socks. Congratulations with the game. So those of you who just joined, we're giving this game away that I'm playing right now, which is the WRC 8. So if you want a copy of the game, you might still have a chance. So go to the link right above and register, and who knows, you might be one of the next winners. Good luck, guys. I see, so it's a 1-on-1. No, not like this, not like this. Not like this. Oh, I was getting too excited.
Right 2 short into left 3 open. Into flat right, short 30.
I really gotta listen to my co-driver more.
And left 5 into flat right over crest 30. At left 150. Keep middle over crest into right 6 70. Left 6 brake into left 5. Tightens 4. Rock out 30. And right 4 don't cut.
Holy Jesus, where is this guy? He is miles ahead.
Left 5 long, tightens 3, short, narrows. Into right 3 medium.
Guys,
tightens
pray
30.
for me. Pray that he crashes.
Left 3 medium, tightens. Into left 5 for right 3 short, don't cut. And kinks into left 4, tightens.
What is going on?
Right 4, don't cut, tightens 3, into left 5, tightens, keep in. And right 4 into flat left, tightens 5, keep in.
I noticed that now that I'm playing under more pressure because someone is actually
Right
pulling
5,
ahead of me,
caution, brake, square right over tarmac.
I'm getting more sloppy.
Left 6, long, bumpy, into left 3, keep in, open, 50.
I'm never gonna overtake that guy. He's miles ahead.
Right 4, brake into left 3, tightens 2, over gravel. Right 5, 40. Left 5, brake into right 4, over crest, into left 5.
Come on,
short.
crash. You gotta crash. You need to crash.
Flat right and crest and flat right, 30. Caution, brake, left 3, into right 4, short, 30. Right 2, open into crest. Into brake right 4 into left 3 open. Caution. Brake, square left. Don't cut over tarmac. 40. Hairpin right over gravel into flat left.
Oof. Definitely missed that hairspin.
And hairpin left.
Look at where this guy is. It's already close to the finish. Oh man, this is going so wrong.
For crest into left 4, short and left 2.
Now I'm actually getting embarrassed.
And left 5 short into flat right. Tightens 5. Into left 3 long under bridge.
He's finished. He has finished. Guy, he has finished. Oh my Jesus. Okay, I got a good feeling about the next time. Yeah, the brakes and gas pedals are very responsive. I mean, the delay between hardware and the game, it's when you're actually in the game, it's actually not really noticeable at all. Especially when you have like driven a few rounds, you will get used to the timing. I mean, the responsiveness is really good, so it's really easy to just adapt to this. Yeah, riding rally is definitely not as easy. All right, looks like we're up to round 2 against the same guy. Ah, I was just on this track, I believe, so I at least have a chance, I believe. All right, let's go.
50, left 3, don't cut. Left 5 short into right 4.
I was so sure this was gonna go well, man.
Into caution, square left, 30.
Okay,
Right 3, open.
gotta.
That's it.
Okay, this is gonna be my most serious try. Wait, can we just continue? Something like that? Focus, focus. Ah, he's still here. Nice. Come on, ready up. Don't tell me he's AFK now. But this guy looks really decorated. Let's check his driver's card. Wait, just let me. Okay. Come on, let me check your card. Where did it go? All right, guys, revenge time.
Left 3, don't cut. Left 5 short into right 4. caution, square left, 30. Right 3, open. And right 6 into left 5, bumpy, 30.
I have no idea why I turned right instead of left
50.
just now. Had a brain
Right
fart
4
moment.
brake, into left 2, open. Into left 4 short, into right 2, open, 100. Keep middle, jump over crest, 50.
Why do I still get this feeling that he's still gonna
Left
overtake
4,
me?
small cut, 50, bumpy. Left 4 into right 4 and left 4. Into right 4, open long and tightens 3, uphill.
Okay, he's getting
Right 5
closer.
into crest, keep middle. And right 4 long, keep out, 30. Left 5 over bump. And left 3 medium, bumpy, keep in. Into caution, flat left long, bumpy.
What did I say? This guy.
Bumpy, 50. Hard brake, square left, 50.
Screw this.
Crest into junction, right 3, keep in. Into left 4, keep in over jump, 30. Bumps into left 4, long over crest. Caution, right 2, medium, tightens, don't cut. Into left 3, into right 3. And kinks into flat left, medium, over jump, keep middle. And right 4, 30. Caution, right 4 into left 1.
Oof, oof. I knew it went that hard.
And left 4, 30.
How is he able to keep that balance when he
And right 4,
flew over that little hill?
definitely don't cut. Into left 4, tightens, don't cut. Into right 3, small cut. Into left 3, medium, 30. Right 4, over crest, 80, bumpy. Caution, brake for left 2. And hairpin right. And caution, bumpy left 4, open.
He is again so far ahead.
Middle, jump, 200. Brake, square right, don't cut, 100, bumpy. Flat left over bump, 100, bumpy.
Getting more and more impatient.
Right 6, 50. Caution, right 5, keep middle into jump over crest. And right 4 into left 4, tightens. And flat right, 80, bumpy. Crest into flat left, into kinks, arrows over crest.
Come
keep middle.
on. Oh, that was a nice save.
And kinks, 300, bumpy for finish.
Oh my god, he wrecked me so hard. Wow, plus 20 seconds, really? I tried, guys, I tried. I tried. Let's check his driver's card. Okay. Okay. So apparently this guy has played over 3,000 hours. What am I even to him? But I guess he's not playing in such a setup. So 3,000 hours wasted. Yeah, you guys are actually right regarding the Logitech setup. The G29. Okay, it's just no question. So somebody's giving me a tip. Slider of Copilot can be a bit later, so the call is for upcoming corner instead of 2 corners ahead. I kind of did notice it a little bit, but it's just really hard to focus on his call while also watching, you know, the icons, the sliders coming up, while also watching the road, you know. So you know, what the hell, let's go for one last drive against this guy. I mean, last round was 20 seconds difference. How bad can it be this time? 3,000 hours, really? Wait, how is that even possible? Because this game was just released in September. I guess I misunderstood that. Okay, I gotta recheck that.
Right 5 into left 3, open 30. Left 4 into right 6, hard
Oh,
brake.
rocky start.
Into junction, left 3, open long. Don't
How is he even faster than me and just keeping his balance? Because this road is like all elevated and stuff.
Right 5, keep in, 30.
Ah.
Brake for hairpin right, 30.
Well, I do have to say I haven't gotten into tuning your car part, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with, you know, having better control of your car on rocky roads, elevated areas, and maybe taking corners even better, because there are a lot of functions, specifications that you can tune regarding the car, the suspension, the wheels, you know, everything. What a road.
And left 1, don't cut into right 5. Into crest, right 5, short.
Come on.
Into left 4, short, 40. Right 3, short, don't cut, 100. Right 5, 40. And left 6, tightens 4 into right 4, bumpy, 40. And square left, don't cut for right 5. Into left 4, tree in, tightens 3 into right 5, 80.
Keeps getting better and better.
Right, don't cut, into left 5, long over crest. Into hairpin left, long, over junction, don't cut. And right 5 open, 50. Acute hairpin right, don't cut into left 5, 30. And left 2, 50. Left 4, don't
Whoa.
cut, narrows, 40.
Where did that come from?
Right 5 and left 1, short. Into right 1, don't cut, 30.
Okay guys, this is a really difficult game.
Cut into bump.
I mean, the tracks, they can be so difficult.
Tightens 2, don't cut.
I
And left
mean,
6, 40.
this gets expected, since I'm still I'm still a novel. Oh my Jesus, come on, give me a break.
Don't cut.
Never mind guys, I tried. I tried. Right, that's what counts. So, just got my ass whooped 3 times. Well, if you count all the give-ups, I guess even more. You win some, you lose some, right? At least I did okay with the time attacks. Right. Okay, let me go to the driver's car, because I really wonder what that meant. So, yeah, no, it was total time played. So here it says 44:51. I'm gonna guess that's then 44 minutes, 51 seconds, and 73 milliseconds. But I've played longer than that, so this wouldn't make sense. And with the other guy, with his total time play, it said 3,400 plus. So I'm really confused here. So how can you play so many hours? No, this couldn't be hours neither, so I'm really confused. I'm not sure what this is.
Maybe it's minutes in competitive.
Minutes in competitive. That could also make sense. 44 minutes. So the other guy already had like 3,400 minutes in competitive, if that's the theory. Can't compete against that. Well, guys, I guess I really tried, and so this is the game. I really actually enjoy this game, except for getting my ass kicked in competitive, but overall, you know, it's very diverse. You have a lot of gaming modes. You can try out a lot of stuff. Very nice mechanics. The game feels very natural. And if you're playing in such a setup with triple curve monitors, I mean, I could see myself playing here like all weekend, just having chips on the other hand, on like soda on the other hand, on the right side and the left side. So I definitely had a good time and enjoyed it a lot. Let's see if there's any questions. Let's see. Well, Alan's really going nuts. I guess because you also know this game, right? Yeah, GG, thanks. So, alright, I guess no questions. And I think with this, I'm going to do the last draw, the last giveaway. And after that, we're pretty much going to conclude this live stream. Okay, let's just leave it in here. So, alright guys, I hope you registered because we're going to do the last giveaway because we have come to the end of this live stream. So let's see Mike's drawing the last winner, and let's see who the last winner is of today's WRC8 giveaway. So we have the last winner. The last winner is WrongFairOG_gaming. Oh, unless I guess you really like gaming, so I really hope you have a lot of fun with this game. We certainly did. It's not the easiest game I've played. Well, that's also because it's just really a very difficult game. You have to practice. But yeah, those of you that won the game, go have fun, practice it, and well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun this live stream, and I hope I answered all your questions. Appreciate our friend from Playseat joining the chat to answer all the questions, and also, of course, for Red Bull also being part of this collaboration. And well, as for next week, we're going to have a live stream, and someone from AMD is going to join us. And you guys, well, those of you who have watched our streams before might think, hey, that one looks familiar. So Martijn from AMD is going to join us, and we're going to have a lot of cores next week. I'm not going to tell you how many cores, but there's going to be many cores. So yeah, next week, all about the AMD CPU. We have someone coming over. Tons of course for you to enjoy. So Michiel is going to be hosting the week, the live stream next week. I hope you guys are going to enjoy next week's live stream too. And as for this week, well, I really appreciate you guys for joining, and I hope you have had a lot of fun.
Yeah, say goodbye to this camera.
And well, have a good day, guys, and see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.